Okay, this is a great way to stack one exercise on top of the other for the same muscle groups, but done just a little bit different. So the exercises are the same but different, as my strength coach Karsten Jensen likes to say. First is a regular dumbbell squat, okay? And then we're going to superset it immediately with a dumbbell sumo squat. With the regular squat, we are going to do 10 to 14 repetitions, nice and controlled. We're immediately going to go into the dumbbell sumo squat for 14 repetitions, but 8 to 10 repetitions. And then we're going to rest for a short time. We're going to do it again. This is very exhausting. It works the quads, hamstrings, and the glutes, and more or less the adductors as well. On a sumo squat, more adductor. On a regular squat, less adductor. But the angle is also different, so it's really challenging. The same muscles in a different way, and some different muscles too. Let's go over the form of each exercise. We'll go with the regular squat. My feet are shoulder width apart. My core is tight, like someone's going to punch me in the stomach. My shoulder blades are pulled together a little bit, so my back is straight and I'm looking straight ahead. Toes are pointed out at about 10 to 15 degrees. I stay on my heels through the full range of motion. When I come down, my knees stay through the full range of motion, pointing in the same direction as my toes. Sometimes I have some clients who have some weaknesses and some muscles in the side, like gluteus medius, for example, or they have some flexibility issues, and they might do this when they're coming up, okay? So their knees might bow in a little bit. If that's happening to you, check with your trainer. He'll prescribe some flexibility training, maybe some remedial strength training for certain muscles. He might refer you out. You might also find that it's just a strength issue overall, or perhaps you have joint pain issues, like knee pain or hip pain. In that case, don't go so deep in your squat. Ideally, we're trying to get down to parallel. Your thighs are parallel to the ground, but if your knees can't support it or your hips can't support it, don't do it. You can do just a partial squat, okay? When you're squatting, again, I said stay on your heels, maintain your posture. Don't be afraid to bend over. The beginning of the motion is your hips go back, and when you come up, your hips come forward. At the same time, your knees and your hips are going to bend, and then they're going to straighten. And they move in unison, okay? There's no coming down like so, knees first and then hips, or there's no hips first and then knees. It's all happening at once, okay? So that's a regular dumbbell squat. To do it, I would hold on to dumbbells on the side and just breathe in, out, in, out. In, out. Watch the tendency to roll the shoulders forward because you're holding onto a heavy weight to lose that straight posture. Keep that core tight, okay? Now, we're going to go immediately after that into a sumo squat. Everything changes. Your stance goes wider. Your toes are now pointed out about 45 degrees and the dumbbells come to the center, okay? You may have to change the dumbbell weight because you're pre-exhausted from the regular squats. That you'll have to figure out. You've just done 10 to 14 repetitions of the squat, and 10 to 14 means that you have enough weight that you're able to get to 10, but so much weight that you can't get past 14. So you're forced to stop in that range. You're going to choose a weight that will do the same for you with the sumo squat, that gets you to 8, but won't let you go past 10 until failure, okay? So from here, you're going to breathe in and out, in, out, in, out. Same pattern, okay? Hips and knees move at the same time. Hips go back when you go down, they come forward when you go up. Your chest stays expanded. Again, watch the tendency to roll forward because you're holding weights in front of you. Your core stays tight. You're looking straight ahead in full range of motion. Notice, as I'm down here, I'm looking down at the ground now because I want to keep a neutral spine. I don't want to be up like this, like I see some people doing, okay? Stay on the heels for both of them. So here's what it's going to look like. Here's the whole superset, okay? You start with the regular squats. As fast as you can while maintaining proper form. Slower on the way down, but fast up. Slower on the way down, fast up. And don't pause, okay? That's 6 reps, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's say I've chosen the weight, it's starting to get really heavy, 11, 12 is really hard. I can barely get it up. In 13, I'm grunting and groaning and screaming to get it up. There we go. Okay, good. So I either keep the same weights if I can, or I change the weight that I need, and immediately I go into the sumo squat. 8 to 10. Starting to slow down now. Yeah, it's hard to get to 8. Really hard to get to 9. And I'm gonna barely squeeze out 10. Okay, good. All right, so again, you have to keep 2 sets of dumbbells on hand. There's no rest in between those 2 exercises. One, right into the other, okay? Regular dumbbell squat to a dumbbell sumo squat. Great way to stack, like muscle groups, but to hit them just a little bit differently, okay?